All right, welcome to another Affinity photo tutorial. Today we're going to learn how to create this, I call it an ethereal glow effect, kind of like an out-of-body experience looking thing. So this is what we're going to create right here. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to get rid of everything that I've got here. Starting off with just a blank 1920 by 1080 document. We're going to bring in our subject. This young lady's agreed to be our test subject again for this video. First thing we want to do is create a background that we're going to work over. So let's create a blank pixel layer and we'll bring it down below her. We'll grab the gradient fill tool. We'll just start down here in this bottom corner and drag up to the top. And we'll kind of go with like a daylight looking background. We'll go with like a blue up in the corner there. And down here we'll just go with a little bit of a lighter blue, almost white. All right, so that's our background. So the next thing we want to do is we want to take a selection from her. And to do this correctly, we have to use a PNG because there really can't be a background unless you're going to separate your subject from the background, which we've already done. So we're going to make sure her layer is selected. And we're going to come over here to the rectangular marquee tool. And we're just going to grab a selection from like the top of her head, right around the center, the highest portion there, and bring it down to the bottom of the screen. And it doesn't matter if it's a few pixels wide because we're going to blur it out anyway. So now that we have that selection hot, we're going to go Command-C to copy it, Command-V to paste it, and then Command-D to deselect. So now if we look at that layer there and we go to the Move tool, we can stretch it out. Let's zoom out a little bit here. So we'll zoom out a little bit. We're going to stretch this out in both directions for right now so that we get rid of any and then once we've got that done, we're going to rasterize and trim that layer. And then let's go ahead and bring it. I'll tell you what, before we do that, let's make a duplicate layer, Command-J. So now we'll hide this bottommost layer of it. And we're going to bring this other one down below her so we can kind of see what we're doing here. So now what we need to do is we need to distort this. So to do that, we're just going to grab the Mesh Warp tool. And we're going to just put in a couple of boundaries here. Let's put a boundary in right the middle of her. So you just double click there. And then we'll put another one right about here. All right, and that's it for right now. That's all we're going to do. So now let's go ahead and start distorting this. So we kind of want this to like flow away from her. So what we'll do is we'll start off, we'll bring this down a little bit here. And kind of bring this to match your head. And I'm going to just kind of speed this up a little bit because I don't want to bore you with this, but really, you could just kind of want to taper it. And you can be as imprecise or as precise as you want to be with this. It really doesn't matter. It's all what you're trying to achieve with the effect. But we're going to wrap it around, sort of, to come back in front of her. Okay, so for the time being, that looks pretty good. Make sure that we cover the whole screen there. And we'll accept that and apply. All right, so now what we need to do is we need to get rid of this portion behind her because we really don't need that. I'm just going to do that really quick with the erase tool. You could do it with a mask, but we're not going to mess around with it. So we'll get the erase tool and we're just going to get rid of this portion that's behind her. So now what we need to do is bring in our other layer above her. I'm going to turn that and make it hot. And what we need to do with this before we start distorting it is we are going to flip it vertically. So we're going to come up here to Arrange and then Flip Vertical. And the reason why we're doing this is because if it flows around, that bottom color would be on top rather than on the bottom. And we're going to do the same thing with this. We're going to apply the Mesh Warp tool. This one we can be a little more imprecise with because really what we're trying to do here is we're trying to make it look like this is wrapping around. Make sure you grab those corners. And then we're going to bring this point down, shorten this up because we want to bring this to kind of a point. And we're going to make sure that we have the whole thing on the screen as well. And then once we're happy with the way that that looks, we'll go ahead and apply that as well. And so now what we need to do is we need to change the blend options on this a little bit. So on this foreground one, we're going to change it to screen. And on this background one, we'll change it to screen as well. And then what we can do here is to kind of separate her a little bit from the background. Let's go ahead and select her, and we'll duplicate her, Command J. And on the bottom one of her, we'll go to Layer Effects, do a color overlay, make sure it's black, and then we're just going to move that over just a little bit. And we'll go ahead and rasterize and trim that. And then we'll take that layer and give it a Gaussian blur. And we can also bring the opacity of it down just a little bit. We don't want it quite so far away from her. We kind of just want a subtle shadow there. But anyway, yeah, that's a really, really quick way to create a little bit of organic shape and blend it in and create a nice ethereal effect. It's more the concept than anything else. If you enjoyed it, please hit the like button or think about subscribing. And until next time, peace. Talk to you later. Bye.